we have to take into account that people's nervous systems get accustomed to what they grow up with. So if you grew up with, say, you know, an alcoholic, abusive father, for example, and you get into a relationship with somebody who's an addict and abusive, you're probably not going to see the signs as quickly because your nervous system is attuned to that. You're used to that. Even if you actively do not want to be in a relationship like that, and you know that that's not a good thing, and you know that that's not what you want to be in, it can be harder to spot the red flags leading up to that because your nervous system is attuned to that. You're used to it. It's your normal. And you kind of have to heal from that, and you have to be more aware because you've been conditioned to see that behavior as normal. Like, I think sometimes we have to take that into account when we look at people and like, why didn't they leave, or why did they choose this person, or whatever. And again, I never encourage anybody to stay in a dangerous and unhealthy relationship, but I do also want to offer some empathy and some understanding for people who are still figuring out their own patterns. They're still figuring out their relationship, maybe the one that they're in, or past relationship. I think we have to take some of these things into account, that, you know, we don't choose our past. I mean, we especially don't choose our childhood. And it's our responsibility as adults to heal from that, but everybody is healing at their own time and their own pace. And just because somebody gets into a relationship with somebody who is unhealthy or, God forbid, dangerous, and doesn't spot the signs and doesn't leave right away, it's not always because they're choosing that or because it's a healthy, acceptable relationship. And I think in the world that we have right now of accountability, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't, you know, hold some responsibility for their own actions, particularly as adults, but I do think we also have to look at, in an empathetic way, you know, we all come from different backgrounds and we all come from different experiences, and our nervous systems are attuned to different things. We're in different situations where some people are much more able to just walk away from a relationship and some people are not. Like, I do think that we have to recognize the humanity in some of these things. And in saying that, I also think that it's important to not glorify toxic relationships.